All right, guys. So a lot of you have asked questions with respect to how do we go about conducting a transaction? What does it look like on the other end when a customer has made contact with us and they want to go ahead and pay us and get all the title work done? So I'm going to take a few minutes here and try to show you exactly what this looks like so that it makes it easier for you. If you go to any email I've sent you, you'll notice that there's a signature block down in that email. What you probably haven't noticed is there's an actual calendar that says right here, schedule basically a vehicle purchasing here. So anytime that one of our team members or myself contacts you, all you'll do is just literally click this link right here. Your customer will come in here, or you can do it on their behalf, and you'll schedule a time that's available on the calendar for today or tomorrow or whenever it's available. And then you'll just pick a time. You'll put their first name, you'll put their last name in there. You'll also put their email address. All right. And then their phone number needs to go here. And then the make, model, and last 6 of the VIN number for the vehicle so that we can go ahead and get them scheduled. It's very important that all this information is correct because this is how we're going to contact them in order for them to complete their documentation. All right. So let's just go through this. What we will need from you in order to conduct this is we're going to need a picture of the odometer. We're going to need a picture of the odometer, right, at current mileage. And we're also going to need a picture of the VIN number of the vehicle. So you can just take a picture of the outside and then those two photos. So usually 2 to 3 photos. And then we will need their license. So for this, we're using Florida state license. This is just a sample license offline. It's not a very good, the resolution is not very good, but I think that's a little bit better. And then also a sample insurance card. You'll see why this is important. This is required by Florida law to have this. Any in-state transaction and any transaction in general, we need their license and then registration, preferably of the vehicle that they're purchasing. So the vehicle that they're actually buying, all right? So we'll go here. For the purposes of this, we're going to use Tom Smith. We're going to say they're in Orlando, Florida, and that this is their information. And then we're just going to say that this is tomsmith@gmail.com. Okay. So we need to know this is an out-of-state, in-state purchase based on the license and all the information that you give us. We're going to say that this is an in-state purchase. It's very important because one's going to have taxes, one is not, right? So let's say like this is your vehicle that you're selling to them. Again, I don't get in your business of how much money you make on the vehicle. I hope you make $100,000 every vehicle. I really do. I just need to know what the price is so we can know what the taxes are. So for this, we're just going to say that you're going to charge this guy $20,000 for the actual price of the car, and it's got let's just say 19,181 miles, 183 miles on it. Okay. To the left-hand side, this is all the vehicle information. So we'll have the make, model, year, VIN number. And then if you decide to actually accept a trade, you can accept trades. So just to let you know that. For the purpose of this, we are going to accept this person's trade. We will go through another video of how to process the trade and inventory. We'll have to get the title sent up to our titling folks and everything like that. But you put all the information of the trade in here, and then whatever you're going to give them on the trade value. This is important because if it's a Florida trade, it's going to make a difference in what they pay in their sales tax. So just make sure that whatever you guys agree upon, we have all that information. We'll need to get a copy of the front and back of the title. We'll also need an odometer, screenshot, copies of the actual VIN number itself in the car, and then any outside pictures to put in the inventory. So that's another thing. If you do a trade, you'll have to coordinate that with us ahead of time. On the right-hand side right here, this is all of the legal stuff. So the vehicle's being sold as is. Purchaser waives the right to any pre-sale inspection. If they don't want an inspection, they're entitled to that. If they are using a bank, so if they are using Bank of America or some bank to finance it, we need that information because we have to send that information to the state in order for that that title to get sent to the lien holder. And then right here, this calculates all their information regarding their taxes. So if they live in, let's say, Broward County, Broward County has a 1.5% sales tax rate. We go and verify that online. And then there's also a state flat tax of 6%. So in this instance, this person would owe you $1,275 additional for whatever price you give them. And then since they're an in-state residents, the dock fee is $5.99. So they will owe you this and this, right? This will have to be sent to us so that we can get their vehicle registration, and then this is the remainder that actually goes to you. So once all this, now you can do this one or two things. What I recommend doing, just call us before ahead of time so you get a final price of taxes and the dock fee. That way you give them one price one time. They don't get upset with that. And then they can give you a cashier's check, cash, or whatever else. We will have to collect this money up front before we'll be able to release the title and sell the vehicle. So they can't go to the bank or whatever. We'll have to either have this via Zelle or Venmo, or if you want to do a wire transfer, or send it to us at Chase, whichever one works for you. But this money will have to be collected from us on our end before we will release the title. So that's just, if you pay it, that's fine, and they reimburse you or whatever, or if you have them pay us directly or whatever, but that money has to be sent to us before we move forward. So this is the acknowledgement. So they get all this information. They're going to sign all this information. This is going to go to a package to them. And then once they sign this, we're going to go into the system. We're going to have the temporary tags emailed to the email address on file, and yours as well. And then you'll print that out. And then as soon as the title work is ready, we will utilize your FedEx account number and get the title work sent to your buyer within 10 to 15 days. Just note up here at top on the bill of sale, Florida law allows us to, in most states, so not just Florida, I'm just saying Florida because it's a Florida dealership, but they allow up to 30 days, 30 business days for you to get a tag in the mail or a title in the mail. Just let your buyer know that it could be up to 30 days, right? And if they need a new temporary registration or whatever else for whatever reason, they can make contact with us. It's all on this letter right here. They can call the number anytime. They can send an email to us, and then we will take care of any issues that they have. Okay? So that concludes the transaction portion of how to do a transaction. So just to recap, you will go out, you will buy the vehicle, you will market it online or wherever you're going to get it at. Once you have your customer, all you're going to do is either call us or send me a text, or go preferably to our actual calendar, which is right here in the bottom of my signature block. You will arrange or have your client arrange a time in which they want to do the vehicle transaction. It's a lot easier just to go on the calendar and do it. That way they have a dedicated time. There's no mess. We get all their stuff ahead of time. And then once they've scheduled a time, you will send us a copy of their insurance card, right? We need a copy of that, and we need a copy of their driver's license. And then, like I said, the VIN number and the odometer mileage on the vehicle at the time, a picture of both of those. We will put all this in one document and send this over for them to sign. Once they've signed that, and then they've paid you for the vehicle. So in this case, the $18,874. And then you've remitted to us the actual sales tax itself. So sales tax and dock fee, either you or your customer. Then we will send them their tag and title. All right. That concludes this video. We will move on to the next one, which will be online auction access.